All right, trying something new. Check, check, check. All right. Yeah, Trinidad's not in yet. Seeing how everything's working here. I'm trying something new using something called StreamYard. Using it especially when we have other guests come in instead of using Zoom. It seems to do a better job of sending stuff out. And I'll also be using it later as I start getting familiar with some things to use it for the actual regular show, so I can get it to YouTube and FaceTube and XTube or whatever they are. Let's check. Is that working? Hey, can you? Okay. Ooh, that's ugly. Ooh, that's ugly. I'll fix that in a minute. So what's happening, everyone? Tim Rogers, as you all know, it does rhyme with your Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm going to do something ugly, so sorry about this, folks. I just got to fix this really quick, and that way we can be a little more better. Okay, I know why. All right, let me get it off of that. Go to Twitter. There we go. Is that prettier now? All right. And then tonight I'm doing a show with Alex Malaret. We're going to talk about just his thoughts on the season or on the off season. I haven't chatted with him since all this stuff started. So yeah, we're going to try to make some new things happen here and there. Craig, Roy, everyone, El Shiva, what's up? Richard, welcome aboard. Yeah, let's get this. We're getting a little clunky start, but let's at least get it rolling a little bit. Trinidad will be in about a half hour. He hasn't been feeling well, but he wants to at least power through this show. He's also going to be doing a little bit of work, it looks like, with Dodgers Daily to do some translating, which is great. We encourage that. Ooh, that looks gross. Yeah, that side picture looks kind of gross, but what can you do? Man. See if I can move that out. There we go. Get that trash out of there. Get the bigger. There we go. I'm learning how to do this stuff. Learn on the fly. I've switched cameras and all sorts of. Let's just do everything at once and screw it all up at once. How about that? So that's what I'm trying to do. It looks like. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, Friedman, wake up. Wake up. Yeah. Let's see if this comes. I'm gonna try some stuff. So let's make sure that we don't have any of this from Andrew Friedman coming up. Did that work? All right. Let's see what's going on the Twitter, the Twix. Just I know the picture came through, but did the volume come through on our emotional damage? Let me know in the chat, please. I would appreciate that. Well, I know. Want to hear Lizardo Scott? Yeah, he has done. Friedman's done an excellent job. We just bag on him because it's been so long since Teoscar Hernandez signed with the Dodgers. So long. Now, no audio on that. Bummer. Can you hear me though? You can hear me live, all the way live. Just want to make sure. So you couldn't hear the emotional damage, but you couldn't hear. But you can hear me. Okay, sounds good. We'll live with that. We're just trying to work through these things. Okay, cool. Yeah, nothing's going on. What? Gosh. So Lizardo Scott is where what I think a lot of us would like to see. There's my StreamYard. Yeah, it's is it that blurry on the show? Yeah, we are spoiled. I know. Is the video blurry? That's what I'm seeing. Let's see. Oh, hi, yeah, that's gross. Let me see if I can fix that. Ooh, that is bad. Dang, let me mess around with some settings here. High def. Oh, I gotta fix that. That's terrible. All right, hey, we're learn as we go. Um, brutal. Okay. Yeah, that virtual camera is not doing it. It looks like. Well, when Trinidad gets back, we'll be going back to a different camera. This is some type of a virtual camera, and it looks kind of sucky. What can you do? All right. So old Scotty Boris, right? He's always holding things up a little bit. That's what he does. He's trying to get every little cent. Oh my gosh, this is gross. I'm gonna bail out of this part of it. I'm gonna go back to my other camera. So bear with me. Let's see how this works. Let's go to my nope, not that camera. How about this camera? Oh my gosh. My virtual background, no good. Okay, there we go. You guys seeing all the dirtiness. And let's see how that looks. You guys seeing as blurry as I am? I'm kind of freaking out about the video. Is it looking any good? Um, or is it degraded from where it's usually at? So, all right, I'll keep working on that. But yeah, keep me posted on what you're seeing. Yeah, Tim, too much time in San Diego. Okay, not blurry on your side. Okay, maybe it's just my feed. Okay, thank you. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do some test runs later. Sorry to be sorry to be, doing experiments on y'all. Don't worry, this isn't like MK Ultra. You're gonna be okay. um let's see, which camera is it? Oh gosh. Okay, let's see. That one. There it is. Okay. It's still got some grossness with the green screen. Um dang. All right, we'll keep going here. Yeah, Roy, or Showtime LA. It's just that we're less than a month away from spring training and with 175 players haven't signed. Yeah, it's just Boris doing his thing. He's going to get every single penny he can for our guy Blake Snell, Cody Bellinger, um, Chapman, and Jordan Montgomery. And that is part of his job. I understand it. Don't have to like it. Oh, that looks terrible. We'll stick with that. All right. Yeah, my green screen. Like I said, did some messing around today. Just trying to consolidate. I have so much junk on my desk, and I'm trying to get rid of some things. So, I'll keep working on it and trying to get better and better at this thing. Sometimes you take a step back before you take a step forward. So we'll also keep waiting for Trinidad. He's the one putting all the prediction stuff together. Like I said, he is feeling under the weather, but hopefully he feels good so we can get our show. Will the spring training is be on Sportsnet? It should be. Well, at least they're going to be on. They should be on the little app. So I would assume they're on Sportsnet. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. We don't want. No, I enjoy watching even the spring training games. I mean, for me, I get a thrill when the young guys come in, but even in spring training, if you think about it, seeing Shohei Ohtani bat for the first time, that's crazy. It's kind of exciting though. Wait, Jonathan Edwards, you're not. Let's see. Okay. Jonathan, you're not Jonathan Edwards from the team, are you? Or is this someone different? Or is this Jonathan Edwards, the great theologian? Sinners in the hands of an angry God. Watch out. I know the Dodgers. Let's see. I know the Dodgers don't want to guys develop, but I hope to see guys like Hurt, Frosso, or Ryan pitch out of the bullpen this October. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Those guys have the stuff to be nasty in the bullpen. Yeah, bring up River Ryan. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing his numbers. They're insane. It's that weird, all that pitch stuff all that tracking they do. What prospects will play in spring training? The good news, Showtime LA, all of them will. Not only will all the guys in the 40-man play, but you'll also have a lot of guys that come up from the minor league camp. Remember, they'll be announcing real soon what they're called, the non-roster spring training invitees. So they'll be invited to Major League Camp, and they'll get to play. And then they'll always, every game they bring like a few guys over. They get a little extra cash. It's all good. We like that, and I like the guys getting paid. That's for sure. So yeah, just be ready, all of them. Yeah, you're that. Nah, really, my man, Jonathan Edwards, man. Good to see you. Let's see. Yeah, give us your thoughts, John, about some of the things you saw with the Quakes. We'd love that insight. If you ever want to come on the show, let me know. I would love to have you on. I know you're a good dude. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of guys are going to get opportunities. Of course, one of the biggest weird things that stinks this year, though, is there's just less players in the organization because of those dumb rules about reducing the numbers of players that are allowed in the organization. I think it's insane. It takes opportunities away from guys. Will there be Dodger spring training while the 40-man roster is in Korea? No. So the only spring training games will be in South Korea during that time. The Dodgers, though, the minor league guys will be playing. They'll be playing on the backfields. So Camelback Ranch will only be shoving White Sox stuff down your throat. That's kind of a bummer. So you'll only see White Sox, and if you're there after the 13th, but if you go to the backfields, you'll be able to see the minor leaguers. So that's where I will be. Anyways, that's where I want to be. I like getting into the locker room for the big guys, but this year with Ohtani there, little guys like me do not get much of a chance to get the passes that we would like to get. That's for sure. Everyone's scrambling. From my perspective, all this lesser known, little known guys. Yeah, and it's worth watching because there's two games that go on at once. Usually they're played in. Zoom in, Tim. Yeah, working on the tech, my man. Working on the tech. They either start at 11 or 12, and they're good couple 3 hours of games. And it's really four categories are playing. King Yellowman's in the house. You've got the guy, they call it AAA, AA, low A, high A, and those guys go play as a team. Doesn't mean that's how they're going to stay, but it just gives you. They just kind of group them based on where they were at the end of last year. Kind of. I'm speculating now, so no gospel here. But we have. Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and the other games they'll be at the other ballparks. So let's say that you want to go see an actual major league game first. Maybe you go to Rangers. I think it's Rangers and Cubs are together. You go and get those tickets, and then you go to the backfields first. You go watch some minor league ball first, and then go watch the major league game. That's what I would do sometimes. What prospects will go to Korea? I think they're taking the whole 40-man roster, is my understanding. I could be wrong, Soul Bro. Soul Bro. Man, reminds me of Soul Glow from what's that? Coming to America? Soul Bro. That's pretty good. I like that name. That's a good name. So yeah, it'll be 40, the 40-man roster. And then I said it earlier a couple days ago, they don't need all their starting pitchers. So they're going to bring a group, and they throw a bunch of guys in there, into the bullpen. So you get 13 guys on your pitching staff. Make 2 of them starters. Make sure you got an extra long man, maybe, or 2. Maybe do the piggyback thing. So like Yamamoto and Glasnow go no more than 3 innings. Then you go with Miller and Sheehan or something like that. And then the rest is bullpen pieces. So you've got you go with 4 starters to do the piggybacking. So that's 4. And then you got 9 relievers. Don't go all in trying to win right now. That's a huge mistake in my opinion. Yeah, Coming to America, right? I'm so old. I saw that movie in theaters a lot of times. I could do a lot of quotes from that. That's the first time I think I ever saw Samuel L. Jackson in a movie. If you recall his part, Louis Anderson was in there. Yeah, there were some great actors in there. Of course, Eddie Murphy played a lot of different characters. Arsenio played a few. And of course, the star of Coming to America, the one and only Randy Watson. Yes. Randy Watson, my man. Yep, he played the McDowell's robber, exactly. It's so funny, Aaron. My sons, who were not born at the time for that movie, obviously, I was a youngish. I was still in my 20s back then. We don't call McDonald's. It's always McDowell's. We never say McDonald's. It's always McDowell's. That's just part of the culture that I created in this household. Is, hey man, we got to make sure we know where we're at and where the real roots are. It's McDowell's. And yeah, that whole some of the quotes from Clint, his friend, Randy Watson is, just the funniest character, one of the funniest characters I've ever seen. Still waiting for Trinidad. Man, where is my guy? Let's see. He'll be in here soon, hopefully. Yeah, there's nothing. Did any of y'all take a look at my the reaction video I did on with John Heyman and Joel Sherman? I want to know what you guys think of that. I actually liked it. I usually don't like my work that much. I'm rough on myself. And it still hasn't gotten a copyright strike that I can see, so that's good. I'm hoping they're nice about it, because I was like, hey, let's make sure that, don't strike. I give them all the credit. No one trying to hide. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts were on if you saw that. I know some of you were in the chat. I appreciate that. But I thought I enjoyed that one. I thought the questions were excellent. It feels like I didn't get my answer though to the 6-man rotation. I think I commented on that. I'm going to push that. If I ever get a chance to talk to those guys, they're going to be gone, man. That whole front office is going to be gone. They're going to be gone to South Korea. Gosh darn it. I won't get a chance to talk to those guys. Last year, as some of you may know, I did get to, I got to meet Andrew Friedman, had a little chat with him. Let's see. So yeah, I maybe, I don't know. I got to figure out a way to reach out. Maybe the next time there's a press conference or something like that, when they trade for Jesus Luzardo or Tanner Scott and all that stuff. Yeah. So let's see. Still no Trinidad. He's coming soon, hopefully. He said a half hour, so coming up on that. So with this new thing I'm using, this StreamYard thing, is it working for you guys? Just want to know how it works for you guys, visually and sound wise. I know I get, because I can also, I'm going to try to go back to the other one, and I know because I messed with cameras too, so that's what's kind of killing me. We'll go back to this one. Did I go back to it? Maybe I didn't. Good Lord. Things are weak. So weak. Yeah, it's just being stupid now. All right. Good to go. I'm good. I'm going to stick with that. Yeah, Jason, I agree. Enjoyed listening to the reaction show. Good to hear Brandon Gomes talking to a solo interview. Yeah, he's and I think I pointed out. I think they're trying to put him more in the spotlight a little bit. I mean, he definitely has that Andrew Friedman vibe, but I think he's just getting comfortable. And he's like all Dodgers employees, all of them. They're careful with what they say. That's why, again, Doc, man, when Doc let it loose, yeah, Timothy, he doesn't give us a ton to chew on. Yeah, seemed a little more loose than usual, maybe getting more comfortable in front of the camera. Yeah, I think that's part of it too. It's just these guys, Doc's obviously very good in front of the camera, that's for sure. And then Friedman's had his moments too. But you watch Friedman talk; he talks slowly, and Gomes is talking slowly. Do you think Danielle Finn? Do you think that Miami would actually trade Luzardo? Sure. I for enough. It's going to take a lot. It was like maybe I thought 4 prospects. Now it might be 5, especially if you get Tanner Scott involved. Yeah, good. I like the show too. I just thought those guys great interviews. I'm going to watch that show more. That's for sure. Maybe try to react to it. Maybe not as full as I did. That was taking a real chance with the old copyright stuff, but I figured it was worth it. And then I'm starting to go through my archives. I have a lot of highlight stuff. So like I threw out a video of Tyrone Lorenzo, some highlights of him, including I threw our interview that Trinidad did with him. It's all in Spanish. And then I have another one coming out tomorrow. It's Peyton Martin. Yeah, the Braves GM worked for Dodgers under Friedman. Exactly. Yeah, he'd been good in Toronto, but then he took a couple years off and learned under the master. And yeah, Gomes. That's the question. All right. Okay, Trinidad's getting his stuff ready. That's good. We'll bring him in as soon as we can. And then yeah, and then we'll get rolling on the predictions. And of course, we will be asking you guys to make your predictions also. Let me just reply back to him. Sounds good. And we'll spend. Like I said, he's under the weather, but we'll get him go. Get what we can from him. Yeah, the Braves GM. Yeah, that's Andropoulos. He's really good. He's really good at what he does. I love the way he put the team together and keeping that group and getting them all signed. I think it's the way you do it. It's the way I'd want to. It's the way I like it, to be honest with you, y'all. And then let's see. Is there anything else going on, man? So, of course, what's his name? Josh Hader is no longer a possibility, and Robert Stevenson's no longer a possibility. So, 2 big bullpen pieces would have been nice. At the same time, the Dodgers so loaded that they have a lot of, and it was mentioned earlier in the chat, Frasso hurt and River Ryan showing up in the bullpen at the end of the year. I think Kyle Hurt, I think he starts the season with the Dodgers. I do. Right now, I think he does. And I think Frasso is going to join him pretty soon. It just depends on, of course, like anything. it depends on the needs that are there. So yeah, and that's the way it is, and people, and I talked about it the other day. You can't sit there and go, the Dodgers roster is set. They've got their 26. No, they're not. They're not set because guys are going to get hurt. We know this. And we don't, I'm not worrying about having too much talent. Now's the time to gather talent, whether it's making sure to give the young guys a shot, finding a strategic person to grab. I'm going to stop this virtual camera here, and I'm going to give myself a little room. There we go. Yeah, and I'm not worrying about, what do we do with that last 40-man spot, or if we sign someone, how do we get rid of those things? Dodgers found a way, a lot more pitching gems and position players since Gomes came on. Yeah, maybe his next pitcher. Yeah, something to do with it. Yeah. What do you think about Abanya's comeback? I love it. And when I talk about talent, I'm also talking about it in the front office. They might be grooming Ibanez for a position if Gomes leaves, or if they promote Friedman up higher or something like. Because Stan Kasten ain't going to be there forever. Who replaces Stan Kasten? He's overall Uber alles. Yeah, I wonder how that would work with Kasten. Eventually retiring, he should be in the Hall of Fame. Stan Kasten has been a person who has, he brought the Braves to prominence. He brought the Nationals to prominence, guiding them through all their stuff, and then, or at least to get them started and get them on a good track and get them on the as a playoff team, and then joining the Dodgers, and he's really helped to foster an overall amazing group of players, and not just players, management. It's a really well run organization. I mean, what can you say? But yeah, get more talent, and Ibanez bringing him back is a good thing. I never really saw him get much spotlight when he was there before. I'm glad he's back. Maybe he gets a little bit more. I want to meet him. I did see him once at something. Dude is yoked. Oh my gosh. So yoked. Oh my gosh. He's just amazing. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to fill a little bit of time. Any more questions? Any more things to discuss? As Trinidad tries to get in again, it'll be different for him too because he's using StreamYard for the first time, trying to set it up and all that type of stuff. So hopefully he had time to try it and mess around with it beforehand. I'm doing a quick Twitter check. Where's the news? I don't see anything going on. And then I guess foosball's going on, right? Got the football playoffs. I heard the Lions won. I'm excited. That's cool. I would love the Lions to win the Super Bowl. Lions or Buffalo Bills would be wonderful. Just good for those towns, especially Buffalo. I mean, let's be honest. That team, how many did they lose? Oh, man. Yeah, it's a battle there, Kansas City and Buffalo. Exciting. And that's my football talk. That's about all I got for you. Let's see. So one guy we haven't talked about is Ryan Yarbrough. I still think even with the 5-man rotation, he's probably going to get a lot of starts for the Dodgers this year. What do you guys think about that? I think he's also going to be Yeah, no, I didn't watch the game. Roy Ray Estrada. Yeah. Sometimes that's football, right? Yeah, I think Zella that Yarbrough. I think he's going to get some starts, but I think he also is going to get some piggybacking in. It depends on how those other about those young guys go. If Gavin Stone and Nick Frasso and a few others do what I think they can do, then that might kick Yarbrough back into the second guy out of the after as the piggyback instead of being the first guy. But I think he gets some. I think he gets some starts. I know he wants to start. I think he's got. I think he's a free agent after this year, so he's going to want to get his value up, and I think that's fair. Oh, hey, thanks, Benji. Thanks for being back. Hey, I know things are busy with everybody. I mean, just trying to find chance to get in here. Fortunately, working with Trinidad, I was able to. Before that, I was able to talk to my sons through Zoom. One's in Florida, one's in one's in Austin, or Texas and Orlando. Yeah, Yarbrough isn't the worst lefty swingman. I saw a little bit of May pitching. I kind of ignored it because he wasn't throwing hard. I'm wondering. That's a good question. Is he trying to work on those mechanics? He needs to, man, because his future is he's either going to be a starter that's going to blow up again, or he's going to be a reliever. Both of them are not the upside that we all thought he had. So he's not going to make as much money as I hoped he would. That's for sure. But yeah, he's got to decide how much, how long does he want his career to go? And I think I think we all agree he could be a really good reliever. But if he doesn't change mechanics, the relieving won't even go as long, but it'll go longer than the starting because the starting will pile up really fast. Oh, I missed this from Timotli. As much emphasis as Friedman and Dodgers put into matchups, there's no way they go through the year without a lefty starter. Yarbrough early, maybe Kershaw later. True. And then wild card Robleski in August. Oh man, that's a lot on him. That would be interesting, but you never know. He's a good one. I mean, he's very advanced. I could see him advancing quickly. That's for sure. Yeah, he's older than like Bruns and Ferris and things like that. Man, come on, Trinidad, where are you at? I gotta get dinner. Let's see, Benji. This is I agree with this. I don't want Snell and the Giants either. Yeah, Webb and Snell, because Webb's really good against the Dodgers. Snell's good against the Dodgers. That's not good. Yeah, 2 shoulder injuries to monitor. Kershaw and Paez. Absolutely. No, I do think that Paez makes he makes a Dodgers postseason roster. I don't know which one. Hopefully, there's more than one roster, as they hopefully advance past the NLDS. But yeah, I just hope that that he's healthy, and I'm just not seeing. I haven't seen anything about Paez. And that maybe there's a press conference. I'll ask. Yeah, I don't see Paez making it yet, but I see him getting a promotion during the season if he starts right back to where he was. Yeah, hurt. I'm convinced. I'm a believer. That's for sure. I don't know if it's as a starter or as a reliever. I think he could do a lot of damage as a reliever. Oh, excuse me. I got tired. Gosh darn it. I'm always tired though. Yeah, I think Hayward has to duplicate what he did last year, or Paez is going to take his playing time. And then all of a sudden, Hayward becomes a what's it called? Just kind of a guy that sits back and goes on the IL and is there in the clubhouse. That's what I see. Let's see that. Make sure that's comfortable. Are you credentialed to go to Arizona for spring training? I'm hoping it's with me. It's day by day. And I haven't heard back. I'll hit them up again. I right now I'm sure they're focused on FanFest. I should have some type of. I should be at FanFest with a credential, but no guarantees. But I do plan on going if they let me. How is Paya's glove and arm? Yeah, the arm's really good. It's really good. The shoulder that got hurt was his left shoulder. So not that that's good, but dang man. Oh, okay. Cool, man. I can't remember doing some of that. Yeah, I actually shoot. I kind of have one of Dodger Stadium. I'd like to put together still. We'll see. I have to make sure there's nothing classified inside there, But I don't know if you saw my walkthrough of the winter meetings. That was probably one of the most boring videos I ever made. Basically walking through a hotel and hoping to spy people. I used to do that a lot at Dodger Stadium. I'd go celebrity looking and go take selfies with them and stuff. Those are always fun. What's his name? Bob Ramirez does that. Beer Salt Bob. I think he still does that. I actually can't do that anymore. Yeah, it might have been the winter meetings. I can't remember. Yeah. I know I did that one. I might have done some spring training. And I will do that though. Always looking for Bob Nightingale. And I saw him quite a few times at the winter meetings. I didn't really talk to him, but I was actually there when Doug and Clint interviewed him. I was hanging out in the background while Clint was filming. That was kind of cool. Just see that behind the scenes, seeing how good, quick Doug gets his act together. Dude's a pro, as you all know. Yeah, sorry about that fuzziness with my appearance with Doug yesterday. We couldn't figure out what was happening because on my side it all looked good, and then on his side it didn't. And the thing is, the internet was on. He could tell the feed on the internet. He said they were good on both sides. So yeah, I don't know what happened. It was fuzzy, so I couldn't watch it personally. Hopefully it was enjoyable for y'all. I always enjoy talking with Doug. It's obviously a treat, and it does help my channel. That's for sure. I'm sure some of you guys discovered me because of that, which much appreciation to Dodgers Nation and the people that have helped boost my little hobby here. Some may call it a grift. That's fine. Baseball grifter delight. So I did talk to my youngest son today. Oh, I'm gonna go talk. So I talked to my youngest son today. He is now open to coming onto the show, but we'll probably do it during the regular season. We're just trying to figure out the best use for him. But we'll figure something out. He'll be really good. You'll love him. How is our outfield looking to start the season? How do you hope it ends up looking in October? Okay. So from left to right, Teoscar Hernandez will be the left fielder. Probably starts 140 games. James Outman in center field starts 130 to 140 games. Jason Hayward and Manny Margot platooning out there. Chris Taylor filling in a little bit here and there. Maybe if they sign Kike, I doubt they do that now, but I could see that. And I still don't see Trinidad. He might be really stuck. Let me just write a real quick thing to Trinidad. And then as the season gets further along, I expect Andy Paez to maybe crack things a bit. Yeah. So that might be the only change. I mean, Jason Hayward had a lot of bad years in a row, and I'm not convinced that I'm not sold yet. I wouldn't have done that contract. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. He's not okay. I was worried. He's Trinidad is not stuck on the tech. That's all I was concerned about. Um, and I think they still have room to make a trade if they need to. But Mookie Betts is the second baseman. He is not he's not our right fielder anymore. Need to put money to be put into stretching coaches. Yeah, I can't. I don't understand it. I think, can you be too in shape? I think you can be, or can you be too muscle bound for sure? I think there's a balance, and I think if the trainers and coaches had it their way, they'd do something different. You can't control what they do during the off season. You can make recommendations, say, hey, make sure you're not bulking up too much in this. Make sure your legs are stretching. And Hayward had a bounce back last year, but it was still just barely above average, but struggled in the playoffs. Absolutely. His performance in big games, what worries you? Just overall, I'm not sold on him. I wouldn't have given him that contract. I would have done something different. That was, of course, when we still had DeLuca. After Mac's contract is up, who'll be the third baseman? If they don't take Murakami, who will it be? And do they want Murakami? I don't know. That's a good question. The Dodgers sure seem, if the player seems to be Japanese, they should seem to want him. And Murakami's got nasty power. That's for sure. What did he hit? 56 last year? 56 home runs? I don't care what league you're in. That's a lot of home runs. Jake Geloff is on his way. Let's see if he can keep refining. I thought he looked good at third base. He swung a good bat. They batted him. Man, when he got up, they slotted him, usually third. Lorenzo might be fourth in that. Sometimes they switch that, it seemed like. But yeah, they were really giving Geloff a lot of play in the minor league system, which is good to see. Let's see. Next lefty infield prospect. Well, they, right now they got three of them in the, their starting lineup with Lux. It's so funny. I still consider Lux to be a prospect. It's kind of weird. I know he's played in the major leagues plenty, like 3 years, 3 full. I think that's his, free agency thing. He's got 3 more years. So I still consider him one of those guys, but that's a good question. Let's take a look. I'm gonna go. Now I can't really share a screen from here, so sorry about that. I'll read. I'm gonna take a quick look at their top 30. Looking forward to their 2024 stuff coming out. So let's see. Infield, Austin Gauthier, righty. Yener Fernandez, righty at second base. Rendon Cone, righty. Trey Sweeney is a lefty. That's right. Trey Sweeney, the guy they got from what's it called? The Yankees. That's about it. They don't have a ton of infield prospects at the moment that are, in their quote top 30. Yeah, Larry, I agree. Hayward was not a great player in 2023. He's just above average, maybe. And I would like to have done better, but sometimes your superstars get their way. And when both Freddie and Mookie want you back, guess what? You are coming back. Let's see. And then what does it feel like Snell and Belly might be SF bound? Boris already forced Farhan to sign Lee. I think Boris isn't done. Oh, he's never done. I definitely see Snell going to the Giants. I hate it. But I actually see them maybe getting Chapman. But I could also see Snell going to the Angels. He's going to go to whoever pays. That's the thing with the Boris guys. They can say, "Oh yeah, we really want to make sure that we're playing for a winner." No, not really. It's Boris going to get that money for him, and especially if a guy's already has a World Series. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Grimm, this is good on Murakami. Really struggling at the end of 2022 to hit 56 and carried it past season where he hit 31. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm going to do a quick. I have a spreadsheet on the Dodgers prospects at different positions. Let's see. So, second baseman. I mean, I got Wilman Diaz in there, Miggy Vargas, and yeah, Vivas had the most games at second base of any of the Dodger prospect. Oh boy. Yeah, and then Sam Mongelli. They some of the guys that they got in the draft. And let's see the next position. Shortstop, a little more Diaz. I don't see lefty hitters that much in there at all. Fudge. Gosh darn it. Lefty. Yeah, Alex Freeland. Alex Freeland. Switchy, but yeah. Let's see. So, okay, good point about Murakami's violent swing. Do you remember? And Murakami's kind of shell shocked at how good Ohtani was. Yeah, Ohtani's a freak. Obviously. Yeah, Austin, Alex Freeland, yes. And then at third base, let's see. So many. Oh man, but a lot of righties, a lot of right-handed swingers. Yeah, but it'll be. We'll see as things come around. I mean, if there's not room, or if there's not someone available, they will go trade for somebody. It's like right now they got to give Lux a shot. I don't know if you guys saw. Oh yeah. I like this is the 10. It's the military one. Yeah. All right. Trinidad's jumping on now. Yeah. Thanks, Carlos. I think it's the. Is it? Hold on. Get ready for some messy hair. Yeah, 10 seasons. 10 seasons hat. Definitely one of my best ones. It seems like Ohtani is always at Dodger Stadium. I know. What an amazing work ethic. Exactly. Think it'll motivate Freeman and Betts. The latter two need to step up in October. Yeah, they do. I think so. Ohtani, at least last not that I really know too much about him, he's not married with children, and those other guys are. That's just he's got time and he's focused on that, and Betts and Freeman need to balance that out. I think what's best for Betts and Freeman are to take a few games off during the season. Just saying. You know what I mean? I think they're too much into their own numbers. Freddie chasing 60, Mookie chasing 40. Well, thanks, Benji. Yeah, I try to, Benji. To be honest, I'm trying to expand my profile a little bit. And so one of the ways I do it is just jumping any big news, I'm getting in there with some type of a Dodger take if I can. I just have to be quick with my brain. Sometimes not, so I just go, nice move. Yeah, Lex with that big brace playing shortstop. I don't know. Yeah, it's a concern. I know. Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Trinidad's starting to come in. All right, he's getting it together. All right, I see him. All right. You ready, Trinidad? You ready for me to bring you in? Yeah, reading flex so hard, I know. All right. Trinidad, you up? We up? Okay, here we go. I'm bringing Trinidad in. Hey, we live.
What's going
There?
on, Tim?
There
Yeah,
you
I'm
are,
here.
man. Yeah, we just filling in time, man.
Nice.
Let's go. Do you see the thumbnail? I kind of liked it. That got me a good template from something called Canva. They're looking
There you
good.
go.
Yeah, I'm trying to step it up. We got
All right.
Alex tonight. We're gonna let Alex rant a bit about the off season because I haven't talked to him since the off season started. So we'll
Okay.
get him. We'll have him on later tonight. All right. So y'all, Trinidad Loeza, my guy. Um, I'm trying this new thing, this StreamYard thing. No, not yeah, StreamYard. That's what it's called. I keep getting it confused with some other things. Um, and it looks like Trinidad gonna be helping out Dodgers Daily next week.
Most definitely. Be translating for Tyrone Leonzo's interview with Casey next week.
That'll be cool. That's a good thing. I was telling we try to we've been doing a much better job of working with each other and things like that across channels and stuff. So yeah, that'll be cool for you. All right. So the theme, even though we're not quite at spring training yet, it's time to start doing predictions.
Right. Most
And so
definitely.
what we can do, we can kind of lay things out. We can see what the chat does. I can even do a poll periodically to
Okay.
see how that might go. Um, let's see how to. Yeah, there we go. I'm just trying to figure this. Like I said, I got the StreamYard thing here. I got YouTube over here. And I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, man. All right. So if for everyone's sake, I think I told him Trinidad is a little bit under the weather. Well, he's gonna
Yeah, I've
gut
been.
this one out. Hopefully, he doesn't puke all over the camera.
Oh no,
Other
definitely
than
not. Never that.
that, why don't you start hitting us up with some questions or on some things to predict about? What do you got?
All right. So I kind of went over a little bit of things last this past week. So kind of wanted to see what our predictions would be for this upcoming year. I know last year we kind of, had to like go right off the bat off towards the end of the year, towards the beginning of last season, where we kind of just crammed everything in to see what would be predictions as far as like who would be bigger impacts into the minor leagues or into the organization, and who was gonna, make a contribute into the big league roster. So kind of was like, you know what, we got to make some predictions at beginning before spring training. That way we can see where we are at the end of the season this upcoming year.
All right, what you got for me, man? Let's
All
start.
right, so this is more of a fun fact. We all knew that last year how Gavin Stone made his major league debut ahead of Bobby Miller last year. So my first question would be, who's going to be the first player in the Dodger organization to make their major league debut in 2024?
Ooh, I'm gonna write this as a question. Let's see. Who will be the first minor leaguer to make MLB debut? All right. Well, it can't be Kyle Hurt because he had his two glorious innings. That was it, though.
Yeah, correct. So I mean, it kind of takes him off the board already. Um, I mean, to me, it's got. I mean, I'm trying to go off on and off into these prospects right now that who are, because I think the only other one that I can think of by the top of my head is I doubt it will be a pitcher this year.
Really?
I don't think it'll be a pitcher.
Who you got?
I think it'll be Hunter Verdusha.
Oh,
I don't know why. For
that's
some
a
reason, I
good
feel like that.
call.
I don't know why, but I feel like Hunter Verdusha is going to make his MLB debut, be the first guy on that prospect list to make their debuts this year.
That's a great call. That just escaped me because I'm thinking, well, Frasso or like you said, Knack or even River Ryan, and then thinking, then when you said no pitchers, I'm going, well, what position player? Paez? He's maybe, but no, that's a good call. That's a good Hunter Fiducia because, well, first of all, will will Austin Barnes even
Even
be a
be the
Dodger if
backup.
they don't keep Kirsch?
Right, exactly. So
That's a good question. I like that one. We all think, yeah, he's got some Ryans and Frassos. Yeah, yeah. I would
I mean,
say non. So I'm not going to take your answer for sure because that. I think that's the best one. But I'm going to go with Frasso.
and the only reason why I didn't pick pitchers this year because we still have to see where River Ryan, Nick Frosso, and a lot of these pitchers. Because remember that some of these pitchers that are highly ranked prospects are still in Double A, so we don't even know if they're going to even be on the Triple A roster in this upcoming year
I
or where they
wonder.
land or
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they
I
land.
wonder with Korea, is it still I know they're going to take 40 to Korea, but
Right.
how many do they get to activate 26 or is it going to be 28? Because if it's 28, they could go, well, there's Fiducia is one of the catch as a backup catcher or Frasso or whatever, right? Huh. Fiducia, man, that dude deserves it. He deserved it last year. That dude got ripped off, man.
Most definitely. So I mean, that's gonna be my pick for sure. That it's got to be a position player this year. And then because you said also Andy Pajes, but the problem is, so how healthy is his shoulder gonna be
Right.
this in spring training? So
Have you heard anything?
I haven't heard anything about Andy Pajes lately. So I mean, who knows if
I haven't either.
he's even. So we don't even know where he's at in his rehab or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, I'm dying to know. That's one of the things I want to ask around and be able to get someone to go on the record about it. I'm trying to think that through who I could talk to. I'm going to reach out to somebody. Um, let's see. So Gus Varlin did make his debut last year. Ricky Vanasco though, that's another one. Thing is, I don't think Vanasco's on the 40 man. So that makes it tougher for him. All right, what's next? What do you got next?
All right. So who will be the Dodgers minor league player who's gonna make a big surprise this year?
Because last year I would say it was Lorenzo, or at least, well, to everybody but this guy. I called that dude, man.
No,
um,
you definitely did. I remember you talking about him. I think it was even after you went to spring training when you talked
uh-huh.
about him.
Yep, I was in on that guy right at the beginning. Okay, I'm going to let people answer. I'm going to try to think through it myself. Let's see. So let me see if I can get another question. We'll do another one. So I don't want to do that. All right, back to the live chat. And let's see. Okay, so who will be the what do you want to call it? The most the
Or let's
biggest.
just say like this. Yeah, who will be the most talked about Dodger prospect this season? Just shit like that.
Yeah, there's the Korean pitcher Chung. That's a good one.
That's one that's going to be the highly talked about this upcoming year. And
Yeah,
I would want to say maybe at most the only I mean probably Tyrone probably too because he's gonna be now more known out there.
yeah. I think I'm gonna go. Fudge. Who's gonna be okay? Okay, I got mine. I think this year is the year. Oh, here's a good one. Jackson Ferris. That might be good. This is kind of the same vein as Jackson Ferris. I'm gonna say Maddox Bruns is gonna take an even bigger leap this year and make it to AAA. by the end of the year.
My pick is gonna be it's also gonna be a pitcher, but mine is we just saw him in Rancho this last year, and he was their ace. So I'm gonna go with Christian Romero.
Mm-hmm. That dude
And I
gets
feel
no love.
and I feel like he's gonna make a big jump to probably highest is Double-A, probably hopefully.
Oh, here's someone said Kyle Hurt when he becomes our rookie closer. Ooh. And then we got Yoender Vargas could get a lot of attention if he gets to the Quakes. Exactly. Austin Gauthier. Austin's killing it, man. So proud of that dude.
Did he even make it as high as AAA last season,
I
or was
thought
he
he
still
did.
stuck in
I thought he
Double-A?
made it at the very end of the year. No, he didn't. It looks like I thought he did though. Maybe did he get called up? Maybe at the end.
I know he was still in Double-A, but I'm not too sure if he made it as far as AAA yet.
Yeah, I thought he did, but there I don't see his numbers in there. Maybe he made it. Maybe he was on the playoff roster or something like that. Dalton Rushing. Oh man. Oh, Benji just said Lance Lynn just gave up another home run. Roy says Dalton Rushing. That's a good one too, because yeah, I talked about it with Doug the other day, and
Okay.
they haven't been doing. There's no negotiations for Will Smith. He's only got 2 more years.
That is true, and they just released the MLB Pipeline top 10 catchers, and Diego and Dalton Rushing are on that list.
Yep. And then they got Lorenzo's just knocking on that door. It'll be interesting to see, of course. I'd love to see the answer to that question be Diego Cartaya. Want to see that guy come back. Man, that's a good question. Oh, man, Peyton Martin gets a lot of attention if he continues. Yeah, Peyton was good, man. They shut him down to rest him. In fact, I got a little video coming out of him tomorrow. It's just action stuff, from video I took during games and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, those are 2 good ones, man. What's next?
All right, so I like to mix it up here and there with MLB and minor league questions. So here's going to be a good one actually. How many home runs will Ohtani hit this upcoming year with the Dodgers' first year with the team?
All right, people, drop your number. How many home runs does Ohtani hit? And in the spirit of something we talked about earlier, how many does Lance Lynn give up, and how many does Lucas Giolito give up? And which one's the highest number? We got a 50 from Benji. We got a 48 from Scott Strong. See, Tamale, he talks about pitcher. He talks Jeremy Rosario, previous question, and Junior is the hitter. Yeah, we need to see Junior get healthy. Yes, he's such a nice guy. Danielle's got 48 for Shohei. Yeah, and Benji's saying because he's focusing totally on hitting. Tommy Price got 44. Manny Silva, 47. Is there a shortstop in the system? There are many shortstops. They're just younger. Lance Lynn gives up 1,900 in his dreams. No kidding. That dude must have nightmares. And then his wife bagging on him. Good Lord. Oh, Harley Anderson got 55. That's what I'm talking about. Bold. I'm going to say 43. That's what I got. It's a little conservative, but what do you got?
Yeah, you took the number right out of my mouth. You're like 42, 43. Yeah.
Yeah, the Raul Mondesi number, man. Let's see. Gosh. Nando 390 says he predicts Austin Barnes finishes the season with less than 100 batting average. Oh, poor Austin. I love that dude, man. Austin Barnes. Oh, dude. Okay, that's a good one. I think that's going to be. Can you believe we got Shohei Ohtani?
I mean, it's still a shocker to me. That's for sure.
The question is, will we even get a chance to even get into the ballpark to see him at any point? Jeez.
Yeah, I should actually predict, how much is a Dodger dog going to cost now?
I know. See, Larry Partridge said 52. Let's see. Scott Strong says, I'm pretty sure Ohtani's 493-foot homer last year might have been out of Dodger Stadium. Will Ohtani ever hit one out of Dodger Stadium during his tenure?
That'll be a
I,
good. That's a good question.
I think
That's
so.
not a bad one.
Roy Estrada predicts Muncy double figures in errors. Yeah, at least. Unless he drops 30 pounds, man. Got to drop 30. Too much gut there. Jimmy Lobo's got him at 45. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it was great having JD Martinez on the team. Really happy
Oh
with
no,
what he did. But Otani's a total game changer. Will Yamamoto throw a complete game? No. I don't think they'll let him. I just don't think they will unless it's a five inning rain game or something like that. That's about all you get. Harley Anderson going high says 60 because of the concentrating, not worrying about the pitching. That makes a lot of sense, though. I know Benji brought that up too. I think that makes a lot of sense.
I mean,
Yeah,
it takes a lot more of the concentration away from his pitching and everything. So
yeah. At the same time, he's still working on rehabbing the elbow.
that is true.
So that I don't know how that impacts him versus preparing for a start or something like
Right.
that. Yeah. All right. What's next? I like
All
those.
right.
These are good.
Here's a good one actually. Probably all fans are going to be thinking this one. How many wins will the Dodgers have this upcoming year?
Regular season only.
Yeah, more likely regular season.
All right, we'll go regular season. How many W's for the Dodgers in the regular season? Scott Strong brings up a point. I think the last Dodger to throw a complete game was Bueller right before his arm blew up a second time. That is very true. Ooh,
Yeah, when that
man.
baby hit the
We
walk-off
got we
home
got
run.
115, 112, 107, 111. I'm going to go. We got a 122, 109. Yeah, Benji's get to that question. I just say, don't care. Give me all the W's in October. I know. Yeah, Benji says 103. I'm lower too. I'm gonna say 102 because, and I'm gonna give my justification because maybe they're gonna learn the lesson that you don't need the win to win the division in August.
Point reason why I was gonna say 104 myself.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't
Here's
get
a
me
good
wrong. I feel like
here's a question from the chat. Who will win more games, Yamamoto or Glasnow?
that's a good one because that was gonna be my next question as far as Yamamoto goes. But that's gonna be a real nice competitive little duo right there. Who's gonna have the most wins between them two?
So, what is your question going to be? How many wins for Yamamoto?
Yeah, how many wins for Yamamoto this year?
All right, put it in there, folks. How many wins for Yoshinobu Yamamoto? I think that's and folks, you got to realize that he is learning, coming to a new place, different ball. We got 14. That sounds 105. I'm guessing that was for the Dodgers, not Yamamoto. Let's see. Manuel Silva's got 18. Roy's got 16. Scott Strong has 16 for Yamamoto, 14 for Glasnow. That'd be great. Benji's got him only at 10 because he's still adjusting. Yeah, that's true. You got to get 5 innings in, right, to get a W. Good. That's a good point. And the way the Dodgers, Mike M says 14 to 16. Yeah, I'm at 13.
I'm two more than you. I was going at 15.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, if he's only got to go past 5 innings to get a W anyway. So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
assuming like at least 15 to get 15 wins is gonna what he's gonna earn.
Yep. Alexander Vasquez has 11. Tommy Price 15. Yeah, there's there's so many unknowns with Yamamoto.
That is true. I mean,
I
like you said, it comes with his what do you call it, with his questions as far as like he's got to adjust to the new ball.
yeah.
Like MLB has been playing with these baseballs already since the whole thing. They said, oh, the balls are juiced, which I feel like, I mean, I don't know how they can juice a ball.
They just tighten it. They tighten it, and also what they do with the grip, right? Because if you make the ball slipperier than snot, it's harder to get the extra spin on it, which means, of course, you're not getting your pitchers pitching your best, which means the hitters can feast. Let's see, we got some more here. Oh, Zella's got undefeated if the offense shows up. If we and then Benji's already killing me, man. If we had Hater, they'd go higher. Yeah, we don't. That didn't happen. Let's see. Tamale says Ryu had 14 wins his first year. Maeda 16. He'll go 15 for Yamamoto. Yep. Larry Bays has 110 win for the Dodgers. Glasnow might equal Yamamoto because he's pitching against opposing teams number 2. It just depends on the order, though, too. I mean, we're not even sure who the ace is yet. Well, for me, the ace is Walker Buehler, but we just got to get him ready to go, hopefully. But that's our October ace, at least.
Right.
All right, what's next?
All right, so here's going to be the go. Will Ohtani win the MVP award his first season with the Dodgers?
Well, folks, I got to throw it. I'm going to start a poll on that one. Go ahead and vote in the poll. Make it nice and easy. Chats are good too, though. We got some yeses, got some no chances as a DH. Well, he just did it last year, but that was kind of a half DH. He will have to definitely throw out some big numbers. And of course, there's going to be a battle, right? I mean, you're going to have Betts and Freeman having something to say.
Yeah, I think this year is gonna. I think the National League is gonna have a lot of some great hitters this year, as far as like when it comes to competing for that MVP award.
Let's see. This is a good point. Benji says he might need to be close to the home run record to do that. That makes sense though. If he pushes, if he hits into the 50s with the home runs, I think it happens.
Right.
MVP will be either Mookie, Acuna, or Tatis. I'm not sold on Tatis, but he might bounce back. Dodgers win MVP, Rookie of the Year, and Cy Young. Well, 2 of those 3 could be Yamamoto, Rookie of the Year. Yes, on Ohtani winning MVP only concentrating on hitting when he was last DH. When was last DH to win MVP? Man, I can't remember. I don't remember.
They said DH.
Yeah, just DH.
Wasn't it? No, wait. Wasn't it a Big Papi? I want to say.
Yeah. Did he win MVP? I don't remember.
Wasn't it 2013 his MVP year? I
can't
so.
remember. But yeah, he would have been DH only. Yeah. Let's see. Yang Yi says no, since he'll be DH. Yeah, that makes it tougher. Let's see. Yeah, Tim Mully says he'll have the numbers. Will split votes with his teammates. Yeah, he needs more than 40 home runs to get the MVP. So you people who said like 45 or 55 to 60, that's the numbers he'll need. Yeah, Ortiz very good. Yeah, it was very. Yeah, Ortiz. Roy says. Let's see what's our poll look like. I got to switch screens here. Keep on voting, folks. We'll keep on going. Honestly, why not, man? The momentum. This could. I look at things this way. I'm going, okay. It was already pointed out that Ohtani's a Dodger Stadium all the time.
Right.
We're already seeing that. People are finding he's always there. He is super hungry. He wants, and I think he's got a lot to prove in some ways. And going, hey, I was with a crappy team, never got to the playoffs. Hopefully, people don't blame him. They really shouldn't. But I just think he's got a lot to prove, and so this might be one of those years where he shows things off. I mean, Mookie remember when he was a Dodger in 2020 for the first year, he got second that year to Freeman, right?
He was right behind Freeman.
Yep.
Because
Okay,
then
here's
after
a
Red,
here's a quote out of left field. Who will be the first left-handed pitcher to be called up? I mean, really the only
first
two
left-handed.
lefties? Huh? We
You
got
said
Rooney.
left-handed.
Yeah, Rooney and Gamboa. Is that it? That's it.
Hmm.
I think those are the only two guys. None of them are on the 40 man. There's only three guys on the 40 man. They're already been called up. That's Vasia, Victor, and Yarbrough.
Yeah, and Victor's no longer with us.
Yep. Someone says Cop. That Ronan, if Ronan becomes just a reliever, he could move really fast.
Yeah, the only problem is that they're really pushing him to be a starter.
I know, and that's where the money is. So these guys are going to try to milk that as much as they can. But I see, and I know all these guys want to be starters, but I can see Hurt and Cop being just so nasty, and River Ryan too, and Frasso. You put all those guys in the bullpen in 2025, and you might have the best bullpen in baseball.
Oh, no
I'm
doubt, for
serious.
sure.
I'm serious. Those guys are nasty. Let's see. Yeah, Japanese will whip us into shape. Yeah. Well, you know what? Yamamoto brings some of that different type of training. I think that's good. I mean, we've seen so many darn injuries, right, in the last few years. So maybe there needs to be something different. Let's see. More homers, Dodger Stadium, the Big A. Yeah, probably. Yeah, with Ohtani. Someone's got Cop. I don't remember about Cop being a reliever. I wouldn't surprise me though. Astros bullpen is very dangerous. Yes, getting Josh Hader makes that bullpen super deep. Yeah, I'm not going to play that game of going, you know what? Hader's really not that good. No, Josh Hader is that good, and we could have used him in our bullpen. That's for sure. I mean, Alex Vesia, Caleb Ferguson. Is that what we're saying? That's our guys. I don't mind them
Yeah.
like in the 5th or the 6th. Not after that.
Well, I mean,
Vesia,
Caleb Ferguson was good in the beginning. Then he just imploded towards
I
midway
know.
of the season.
Yeah, he went to Ohio and never found himself. He lost, I think, four or five games in Ohio between Indians and or Guardians. Excuse me, Guardians and Reds over there. He lost I know he lost 3 in a row with the Reds against the Reds. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I know it's from there. Yeah. Okay. Next.
All
Let me see the
right.
poll real quick. So the poll is 65-35 on Shohei winning MVP. Keep on voting, folks, while I get the next question in.
All right, here you go, guys. So, which starting pitcher will be the team's leader in wins and ERA?
All right, folks, you heard that one. Let's go.
And as far as leader in wins, I'm actually going to give this one to Tyler Glass now.
That'd be cool, though.
And the reason I say that too
I'd
is
like to see
because
that. If he's healthy, he's nasty.
the reason I say this though, because he has a big chip on his shoulder too, and not only that, because remember what he's saying, he's going to go past 120 innings this year.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to really go in deep in this season and prove that he can actually come in and pitch a lot of innings for the team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Glasnow on the W's and Yamamoto on the ERA. That's what I'm looking at. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you made a lot of good points because the guy's got a lot to prove. But he's set financially. He got the big bucks.
Right.
He's in good shape. Now he can go, hey, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go balls out. And Glasnow being our mad bum, that'd be good without the snot rockets. Oh, Tomotli's he's got Yamamoto. He thinks he'll be the healthiest most starts. Yeah. Yamamoto equals our Tim Lincecum. Yeah, hopefully he gets a little bit. He lasts longer, but yeah, you know what, Tim Lincecum, guys. I know he was on the other team. but dang, was that guy good. He was a bright light just for a bit, but one of the best pitchers we've seen just in that, good 5-year span. Let's see. Zillazoom. Glasnow's tendo was off the bone for 3 years. Yeah, good job, docs. You just got that fixed. Dodgers and their doctors feel good about his arm's health. Yeah, and they wouldn't. They're not making that trade without. We got Dr. Neil Alatrash making those calls. For a left-handed pitcher, what about Jake Diekman? Yeah, he keeps resurfacing. Why not? Okay, let's see. Oh, is that okay? LA Dodgers hit and runs. So Diekman had 50 games, ERA of 2.18. Innings pitched 45.1, strikeouts 50, walks 25. Yeah, he'd be an interesting option. They need something, guys. I mean, we need a reliever. My gosh. Or a lefty reliever. I'm not worried about the righties, man. I think we're in good shape there, but there's still a lot of questions in there, right? Health-wise, Blake Trinan, trying to come back again. Joe Kelly always gets a little nicked up. Fireisen, JP Fireisen.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. Where are we at here? I'm just checking stuff. Okay, what's next?
All right, so here we go. So, hello. So, will Yamamoto be in the Cy Young race in his first year?
I'm saying no. I'm going to do a poll. How about I just say will? How about I say will Yamamoto be in top 5 for Cy Young? I gotta get used to spelling it. All right, here we go. There we go. Please vote. People are going yes. The thing is though with the polls, it doesn't allow me to vote my own poll. Kind of sucks. I would vote. I would vote yes. I mean, I don't. Did you have a chance, Trinidad, to hear the whole Brandon Gomes interview with Joel Sherman and John Heyman?
I didn't actually, but I did see something about that. He did an interview with them. I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, they asked questions about Yamamoto and just why did you give 325 to a guy who's never thrown a pitch, and there's just so much confidence in how good he is.
Right.
That's yeah.
I just feel like anybody can say like, yeah, he hasn't thrown an inning or a pitch in the majors, but I mean, when you're that confident and a prospect and a free agent like that coming from Japan at that age is just a God-given, talent that's gonna have to you gotta go all in on him.
Yep. Yeah, and they did. I mean, you don't put it this way, signing a guy like that and him not working out, someone getting fired.
Oh, that's another reason why Dodgers are. I mean, that's another reason why Dodgers are on that other kid in Japan right now. The one that they're saying they might sign next season, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, how old is he? He's also what?
22, 23. Sasaki?
Yes. Yeah.
I know.
So that's going to be another guy that they're probably going to go after, and probably he's going to get a little bit more than what Yamamoto got offered.
Here's a good question. Is the WBC ball the same as the MLB ball? For some reason, I thought it was.
I think it is because they're all MLB baseballs.
That's what I thought. Is Aroldis Chapman over the hill? I don't think he's over the hill. I'm just going to be honest. I think there is enough people that would not be happy with Aroldis Chapman being on the Dodgers based on what happened back in 2015.
Yeah, after that trade with after they were supposed to get him, and what was that other pitcher from the Mariners?
I remember that. Yeah, the guy. Thank God we didn't get him.
Yeah,
we'd have lost the Will Smith draft pick, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he Chapman. I'm in on him. I would want Aroldis Chapman because I believe do believe he's apologized and all that type of stuff, and I think hasn't done it again, unlike a certain pitcher with the Dodgers, or no longer with the Dodgers. How about that? But yeah, I would take Chapman. He's just wild. He's just got those wild thing, instincts. Yeah.
He is a little bit more touchable now than what he was before.
Yeah. He seemed to get his fastball back, though. He was hitting 101, 102 with the Rangers.
He was, but that's what
Just
I'm
a
saying.
little
I think
wild.
he's a little more, he's a little more touchable than what he was before now.
Yeah. Let's see. If Roki posts in 24, he can only make minor league money. Yeah, like Ohtani. Yep. All right. Let's see how this poll's going. Oh, people definitely in Yamamoto getting in that Cy Young race. Way up. All right, what you got?
All right, so who will have a comeback year in the Dodgers farm system?
You know who? I already said my choice earlier in a different thing. It's Diego, man.
You're taking you're taking my picks.
It's got to be Diego.
Yeah.
It has to. I would. Gosh. But I'm gonna leave Diego out of it. Edgardo Enriquez.
That's a good one because he's coming back from Tommy John surgery.
Mm-hmm. I think that dude is so upside, man. So much there. Oh, someone's saying Miggy Vargas. I like that, man. I really want Miggy to do well.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, there's a few Diegos out there. Yeah, that's for sure. Paez because the injury, right? Yep.
And the reason why I'm picking Diego on this one is not just because, okay, so we all knew the hype was all on him last season.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of led to him having a year that he did. But not only that, though, if you really think about it, this upcoming year, there hasn't been any really talk about Diego as far as the whole trade about Jesus Luzardo kind of thing. But if you really think about it now, there's a lot more talking with Dalton Rushing and then some other prospects now. So it's kind of taking the spotlight away from him. So now he's more focused into heading this season and just reaching his goal now, which is get to the top.
Yeah. No, I think so. I think you talked about it much earlier about the whole spotlight. They really went so hard on promoting him. The guy hadn't even played past high A, and you got Dodger media all over the place, and MLB just trying to put so much prospect shine on him. I mean, let the guy. He's just a kid. Let him play. Okay, I'm going to end the Yamamoto poll, but Yamamoto 89 to 11%. He, I get that. Duncon. Oh, someone's got Duncon. There you go. I like that. We got
that's
Duncon, man. So much talent. Just got to get more contact. Him and Willman, they got to make more contact. Even though I thought Willman, when he made contact, did damage.
He was very, very, very sneaky when he would make contact.
Yeah. But he struck out like 40%. Got to stop. They got to lower those numbers. All right, next.
All right, so I have two more last questions. So here gonna be this is a good one actually. Who will make an impact in spring training and completely shock all of us fans?
Ooh. So we had remember back in, was it 2020, Cody Thomas was one of those guys.
Yep.
Outman Outman started shining a bit in 2022. You got some names here. Paez, Hurt, Frasso. I'm going to go more of that unknown guy. I'm going to go with probably the best guitar player in the organization, the Led Zeppelin fan, My guy John Rooney.
Okay.
I think he gets finally to the major leagues, and I think he's gonna get a lot of extra time. Just as he'll be a non-roster invitee, and we'll
Okay.
get some time. I think so. That's my guy. Who you got?
And my pick is going to be the guy that I said is going to make their debut. It's going to be Hunter Fredusha. I think he's going to set a big tone in spring training and just completely just shock everyone and say, "Here, I'm pretty much let the fans know I'm here."
Yeah, let's hope so, man. Because I mean, you and I saw these guys when they were Quakes back
Right.
in 2019, and yeah, I've only interacted with Hunter once. He's a really nice guy, and then John Rooney's gold. Such a good guy. All right, one more, and I'm gonna go cook dinner after this. So
No, and so
get you some
last
sleep.
question. Yeah, no. So this is basically a two-part question.
All
So
right.
I want the fans because at the end of the season, this is where we get we get two players of one. Who will be the minor league player of the year, and who will be the minor league pitcher of the year?
Hmm. For pitcher, I'm gonna go Maddox again.
Okay.
I think he's gonna really make that impact. For player, hmm. Diego.
Gonna win it again?
I'm just willing that, man. I'm willing Diego to be good again because I know
Right.
it's there. What do you got?
Okay, I'm going with obviously same guy as I picked earlier for guy that I'm think he's gonna have a great minor league year is gonna be Christian Romero,
Mm-hmm.
who I'm gonna go with for sure, a pitcher. Player, I'm still having my doubts on that one right now, but I'm actually gonna go with this kid because same thing as always. We talked about he impressed us this past year, Tyrone Lorenzo.
Yeah, baby. I don't hate that. The baby faced assassin, man.
No, yeah, and you know what's crazy? Actually, I feel like him and don't get me wrong, I feel like just like how Dalton Rushing and Diego are like right now the top two
Mm-hmm.
catchers in the organization. I feel like Tyrone and Jesus Galiz are at the bottom right now as being the
Yeah.
top two, other two top two catchers coming up soon too.
Jesus gets no love, man.
And I feel
That
that those
dude,
two are gonna be.
he's so Jesus defensively so good, and I've talked about it a couple times. Ooh, pitcher Hubick or Rosario. I like those. Hubick, that he's due. But Jesus, man, I thought he was like 22, 23 last year. He was 19.
Yeah, he's only 19. He's gonna be 20 this upcoming year.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait, oh, hold on. This guy's just a young buck. And he really handled himself well. Um,
And you got to think about it too. The Dodgers got a real nice deal with him because if fans
yeah.
know who Jesus is, he was going to sign for like $2 million
Yeah.
with the Yankees, but they
I
opted out
know.
not even signing him. And the Dodgers got him for about I think it was like 800 grand
Yeah.
and took him. So
Yeah. I'm going to be reaching out to Jesus pretty soon. I want to talk to him. That's for sure. Because I know he'll do it in English too.
yeah, he's very
um,
fluent in English for sure.
yeah, he's really good. So I want to talk to him because I just think that guy's underrated. He's not in the top 30.
That's a shocker because he should be in the top 30.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm a big believer in him. And we didn't even mention some of these other guys. We didn't mention hardly Yoandre Vargas or what's the guy? It's outfielder. But we got DePaula out there.
Oh,
We
and
didn't
then we
mention
have the
those
other
guys.
guy,
They're loaded,
Samuel
man.
Munoz.
Samuel will be there for us at Rancho. We're gonna have fun at Rancho this coming year, man. We're also gonna have that guy that got from the Cubs, Zaire Hope.
Oh, Jackson
They
Ferris
say
and
he's yeah,
no, the other
Zaire
kid.
Hope. Yeah, they
Right.
say he might give. I want to see the foot race, man. Kendall George versus Zaire Hope. That's what we want to see. Yeah, Eduardo Quintero, hepatitis C later is right there. That's the guy. Yeah, Eduardo Quintero he's been showing a lot. Josh Thomas from Dodgers Digest has been in on him from the very beginning. Yeah. Yep, our farm is good. We are very blessed with what we got. And I tell you, man, this season at Rancho is going to be wonderful. Might be our only chance to see baseball because Dodger Stadium is going to be packed with Shohei there. It's going to be crazy.
Oh yeah.
They got Justin Chambers. They got him for Brian Hudson. If you recall that.
That's right.
He's coming back from Tommy John, so I don't know what his schedule is. And then we got a lot of guys coming back from Tommy John. Of course, Edgardo, as I talked about. There's more because there's some of these guys break down. I think, the difficult and the uneasy question to ask is how many arms get cut on again this year with Tommy John? It's gonna be a lot.
That is true.
Always is. Major league level, just right off the top of the head, right? Dustin May and Tony Gonsolin and Shohei Ohtani. That's 3 Dodgers right there.
Yeah, so, I mean, right now, I think last season, Tommy John really took its toll on a lot of these pitchers.
I know. So Roy Estrada asked about that. What's his name? Something the Sweeney guy they got from
Trey Sweeney.
Yankee. Yeah, he's asking if he's any good. I don't know, man.
I know he was a first round pick, I think.
Yeah, but he spent 2 years at Double-A, full years. So I'm concerned. And the Yankees, you don't just give up. You don't just give up a guy like that. And now, of course, they got our boy Vivas, who's rest in peace to his Dodger career, and one of my favorite human beings in baseball. That's for sure. But yeah, all right, okay, folks. So any more questions? Any more predictions? All right, these were good predictions. We will probably address more later. Because I think this is fun. Gets a lot of interaction with everybody. Great questions, Trinidad. He did his homework. Did it well. I need to make dinner. I am starving. And and I hope you start feeling better, my man.
No, yeah, I just had to fight a little. I felt like I was getting like really sick, but thankfully not. It was just body aches and stuff like that. So I mean, thankfully it's nothing worse than that. So I've been feeling a lot better. Cool. But yeah, so I mean, just letting everybody know, tune in next week with Casey for sure. He's gonna do the interview with Tyrone Lorenzo, and I'll be translating with him. So if all the fans out there who really want to see that interview, tune in next week. Still trying to figure out the time though, because I think Tyrone's already in Camelback Ranch. I think he's already back. I think a lot of the players already are in Arizona, from my understanding. So not too sure though, but for sure, once we get the time going, I think Casey will put it out there what time the interview will be in.
Cool. And if you habla español, we already have an interview that Trinidad did with Tyrone. When? July? August? Something like that?
I think it was in July. I believe so. It was like a hot day though.
Yeah, and I just did put out all the highlights I have of Lorenzo. I put it out this morning, actually. I scheduled it for this morning, and it has the interview. It has all the at-bats, good and bad. Yeah. So Lorenzo's a character. We like him. He's a fun guy. Very, very happy-go-lucky, easy to deal with. Yeah, we're all fans of Lorenzo. So, all right. Well, thanks, Trinidad. I'm gonna turn this puppy off, I guess. So everybody, thank you for hanging with us. Please continue, subscribe, all the good stuff you guys do for us. And then move us to moving us up. Just stay on for a couple minutes after I end the stream too. I want just to talk about a couple things real quick, good things, of course. And then we just appreciate y'all. We're growing. And the season coming up, it's a big season for us as a channel. But, of course, even more importantly, it's a bigger season for the Dodgers. I will be completely honest. I will I would love to see this channel go belly up if the Dodgers win a World Series. And if that's the trade I had to make, in a heartbeat, I want the parade. I want to go to the parade. We
all
all want
do.
to go to the parade on Figueroa, right?
You know
So,
it.
all right,
That's for
everyone.
sure. And
All
thanks to
right. So
all you fans for sure.
yep. Any last words for these guys, for the crowd?
Oh, definitely. Just thank you for always being around here. You know, answering our questions. You know, giving us feedback. You know, we appreciate actually the feedback more than anything. That way we can work on things. Like you said, you know, thank you for helping us grow. And obviously, it's going to be a big year for us, especially for all us Dodger fans. That you know, finally we're gonna get to see, you know, big things happen this upcoming year. And like you said, we want the parade for sure. 2020 didn't happen, but you know, now we really got to go, and you know, that way we can all leave work and finally go celebrate with the team.
Man, I was all set in 2017. All right.
We all.
All right, everyone. Thanks again, everybody. As always, this is Tim Rogers. And you know what it does rhyme with? It does rhyme with your Los Angeles Dodgers. Thanks, everyone. God bless and go Dodgers.
Later, guys.